and welcome to my video of my experience as an engineering student. My name's Hannah Wood, and I recently graduated from electrical engineering at the University of New Brunswick. This video is aimed specifically towards high school students that are looking towards their future and potentially post-secondary education. I'd like to introduce engineering and its endless possibilities. Being a full-time student has been such a rewarding experience, and I'd like to share some tips that I've learned along the way. To get to know me a little bit better, the place I call home is Fredericton. In the summers, you can find me biking and slacklining outdoors. Throughout the school year, I like to spend a lot of time in this room through engineering community events and also nationally. Also in the summers, I work full-time for real companies that have taken me to St. John and as far as Germany. Who was I in high school? I was a lot of things. I did a lot of things. I was a self-proclaimed theater kid. I played the saxophone. I did competitive cheerleading. I worked at Dairy Queen. I did a lot of things. And I took all my sciences, but I had no idea what I wanted to do. Absolutely none. I lined myself up so all my ducks were in a row. I could go into sciences, no problem. And then I heard about engineering, and that definitely interests me. So I decided to pay for 2 applications to apply to science and engineering separately, and I submitted those to UMB and ultimately filled out all my scholarships, some in engineering, some in sciences, and then I got a call from UMB, and I was shortlisted for a scholarship in engineering. So I excitedly went through the process of applying for the scholarship and doing interviews, and turns out I got the scholarship in engineering. So my path to engineering definitely wasn't traditional, but I'm really happy that I did pursue engineering. It was definitely a challenge, but it was worth every hill along the way. So I didn't even choose this, so why am I still here? One of the main reasons that I really enjoy engineering is constantly being challenged. In engineering, you're given problem after problem in multitudes of different classes and different areas, and you're tackled to solve them. And with teamwork and with help of your professors, you learn how to solve these problems. And with each problem comes a period of when you're really sitting down and trying to think, how can I solve it? But afterwards, once you get the solution or your solution, then there's a time for a little celebration, and whether it's you get to watch a little bit of Netflix, or you get to have that snack after, or you get to hang out with friends, those little celebrations are everything, and that's what keeps me going. Being in engineering means that you are automatically part of an awesome community. The community is so much more than just academics. You're able to join different clubs, different societies that all embody being together in engineering, solving problems, and also just socializing and networking. Engineering is so much more than sitting in a study room and knocking through different problems that are on your homework. It's a lot more than just presenting your engineering solution at the end of the day. The engineering community supports one another. It's extremely inclusive, and you're always welcome anywhere you go. The third thing that I really enjoy about engineering is it's so multifaceted. In engineering, you ultimately learn how to learn. And that skill can take you very, very far. As an indecisive person like myself, engineering allows you to take this degree almost anywhere. After graduating, you can find yourself from a researcher to working in a production line all the way to management. So engineering, really, you can do anything. There is an engineering discipline for all interests and personality types.
Oh, the places you will go. Personally, I chose electrical engineering, but it's not for everyone. Thankfully, there are so many different types, called disciplines, to choose from. There's chemical engineering, which puts emphasis on chemical biological processes. There's civil and mechanical engineering, where you can choose to deal with static, non-moving structures or dynamic structures. There's geodesy and geomatics engineering and geological engineering, both of which gives you ample opportunity to be outdoors. There's biomedical engineering, where you're given the chance to work closely with medicine and the body, improving its processes. There's so much to be excited for in aerospace engineering lately. There's software engineering and systems engineering, which is a combination of computer science, engineering, and a bit of hardware if you're lucky.
Social responsibility is an ethical framework and suggests that an entity, be it an organization or individual, has an obligation to act for the benefit of society at large. Licensing is a huge part of the engineering profession, a way to regulate an engineer's pledge to work ethically. Engineers are depended on. It is demanded that they abide by their social responsibility. Our jobs not only look at the technical nature of products, we also look at the future and see how we can improve. Just like a medical doctor, we too have a social responsibility and commitment to our profession. Licensing is a huge part of engineering. It is about due diligence and looking after our obligations as professionals to the general public. How do you prepare for the wonderful world of engineering? Challenges are an opportunity to learn. So, being in engineering, you learn how to learn. And ultimately, with good study habits and good work ethic, any problem won't be too hard to solve. So how do you line yourself up in high school to pursue engineering as your undergrad? So pictured here is your necessary and suggested courses that you take in high school. So your necessary courses are pre-calculus, and highly recommended is calculus, physics, chemistry, optional biology. And then I really suggest on your right to take a computer science course and maybe a biology course if you're interested in chemical engineering or biological engineering. My first tip is to find your community. Find your community and energize it. Energize yourself and empower others. Know when it's your time. My rule is one and done. But if you still have more learning to do, definitely take it. So, for example, you join a club and you get assigned a role. Only do that role for as long as you need to really master the skills, and when you're done, move on, because there's so many other students, there's so many other individuals looking to grow themselves, so you don't want to take it all for yourself. Listen to yourself and know your boundaries. Ultimately, some people need to learn to say no, and I was definitely one of those people. However, some people need to learn how to say yes. Finding a balance between those two will make your undergrad so much more enjoyable and much more fulfilled. Find your role models. There are so many people on campus with so much wisdom. Find exactly what makes them tick, what makes them interesting, why do you look up to them? and then try to make changes in your everyday life to be more like them. And ultimately, after 4 years, there's going to be people that look up to you. So be a good role model, and find one too. Expand your network. The next 4 years, you are going to meet so many people, and these people are going to make such an impact on you, and you have to remember their names and learn their faces and learn how to talk to them and build your professional network so that maybe one day if you want to find a job, someone you know may be able to help you. Don't forget to call home, whatever home may look like. This may be your parents, this may be your grandparents, your aunts, your uncles, coaches, teachers. Remember who your cheerleaders were in high school. These people really invested in you, and they want to see what you've been up to. So don't forget to give them a call. It's really important.
In attempts to close this video, I have a call to action to all my high schoolers. Get excited for your futures, no matter what it looks like. It will be an adventure no matter what. I am not asking everyone watching this video to become an engineer. Far from it. When I was in high school, I didn't even realize what engineering was until second semester of grade 12. So I'm hoping for you to hear about it and see someone that's been there just a bit earlier. I only ask for you to think about your future carefully and what makes you genuinely excited. Lastly, if you don't know what to do, you have plenty of time. These decisions are huge, but you're never alone. Pick up the phone, meet someone for coffee. You got this. Thank you to the Canadian Engineering Memorial Foundation and Enbridge Gas for supporting and encouraging women to make engineering their own now and for the future. Additionally, thank you to Dr. Curry and all the faculty and staff at UNB Engineering, and especially my peers. You have made the past 4 years so memorable.